Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and a couple of messages before I begin. Now, there is a very good chance you've heard these already because Simon is very diligent, but he's been a bit out of contact today, and one of them came in very late, so I'm going to quickly wish Woofer a happy birthday from Original Elijah, and also... I'm not sure if that is actually Woofer ZFG. I think it probably is. Anyway, happy birthday to them. And Karen sent us a message. Not sure if you'll get this in time, but I'd love if you could give my husband Brendan a shout out on the channel. April 22nd will mark our 17th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to both of you. This is the first time we've been apart on our anniversary. Brendan's such a wonderful person and my best friend. Do marry your best friend. It's very good advice because as long as they happen to be of the right gender for you, we just get good reports of long marriages from people who marry their best friends. I'm being a bit facetious. Not really. Worked for me. Anyway, Brendan takes care of our 3 youngest children while I travel and is so patient. Our day always ends with a Cracking the Cryptic video, whether we're together or apart. I love that. I love the idea of remotely watching a Cracking the Cryptic video at the same time. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been introduced to your amazing videos. And yes, we love telling Simon where the digits are through the TV, which is hilarious, as sometimes it's like he can hear us. Thank you so much, and much love to both of you. Well, much love to both of you guys. Well done, Karen and Brendan. Happy 17th anniversary. That's fabulous. Now, the puzzle I'm going to do, I will just actually, let's mention Patreon and the other stuff first. The rules are fairly simple on this one, so they won't take long. But on Patreon, of course, loads of extra content, and we haven't yet put up solution videos to the Nightmare on Sudoku Street hunt. People are still sending in solutions, which is great, but the deadline is gone, I'm afraid. Very well done to anybody who either finished the hunt or got all 5 done for the prize. To be entered in the prize draw, that is. Loads of content on Patreon. Also, loads and loads of content on our apps. Hundreds of puzzles between them. Do check them all out on the links under the video. And don't forget all of the merchandise, Sven's Sudoku pad, all of the other things around the channel, the Discord server, and so on. Now, the rules to this puzzle, relatively simple, as I said. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to be putting 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Both purple lines, which are always 2 cells long, and white dots connect 2 digits that are consecutive. Black dots connect 2 digits that are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots or lines are necessarily given. Now, we don't always include that last bit, not all dots or lines are necessarily given, but the cleverest amongst you will have noticed that if purple lines and white dots both connect 2 consecutive digits, why didn't the author just use white dots throughout, say, instead of purple lines? And the answer is because the puzzle is called Scooters, and the objects in the grid, of which there are 9, represent what were described to us as things everybody in America will recognize from gym class growing up. And Directionary sent a link, so presumably you can see these, which are scooter boards, Champion Sports scooter boards with handles, set of 6. And obviously the purple one particularly is looking a lot like the Renban and black dot combinations in the puzzle. It's intriguing. Really, obviously, you know, probably the whole of the USA will be going, oh yeah, those things. Yeah, very familiar. And the rest of the world is probably going, what on earth do you use those for? Like, do you actually travel on them, or are they used for moving equipment? I don't know. And I've not seen them before, but there we go. So that's why we have some purple lines and some white dots for consecutive digits in this puzzle. And indeed, I think the resemblance is very good. Oh, we get 1 given digit as well. We get a 5. Anyway, do give this a try on the first link under the video. I think it looks fascinating. I am going to start now, see what we find. Let's get cracking. And there's a lot of black dots in this puzzle. Black dots can only connect cells that contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. So in this column, well, let's colour these. Let's colour these, blue for the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. And every cell touching a black dot has to be one of those 6 digits of Sudoku. So if we make them blue, now I can already see that in column 4, there are only 3 other cells, and they must be the digits 5, 7, and 9. I'm going to colour them yellow for contrast. Obviously the 5 is one of these. Look, we've got row 3 as well. Those are definitely from 5, 7, and 9. I don't know if the puzzle is deliberately set up to try and help us find the 5s, 7s, and 9s, but it may be. Yeah, look, this is quite interesting. So in this column, let's colour that domino 1 yellow and 1 blue, because each row, column and box needs 6 blues and 3 yellows in this. So that's one of each. Now this is interesting. We need to fit in 2 more yellow dots, 2 more yellow cells, but they can't both be on the dot because the yellow cells are occupied by 5, 7, and 9. And obviously no 2 of those can be consecutive with each other. So one of them is on the dot and the third one in this column is here. And that's given us the 3 yellows in row 7. So we can make everything else there blue. And I didn't know if we could, but we can deduce blue cells this way. This is a domino, one of each, a blue and a yellow, because we've got 2 yellows in the box and we need 1 more. So in this row, these 3 cells contribute 2 yellows. The max over here is 1. Okay, I don't know quite what to do with that. What about this pair? There's only 1 yellow max on that pair. No, it's not as helpful this time. I don't know, I was just speculating whether this would be a way or the way to solve the puzzle. I'm beginning to think, as I run out of steam, that it may not be. I mean, I could sort of put in candidate digits there. Is this a 5, 7, or a 9 on this? Not sure. You see, I don't think it helps that much. One of those is a 5. So the yellow digit here is from 7 or 9. I think this idea is running out of steam and I might give it up now. So what I could do, if I was crazy, is fully pencil mark all the blue cells with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I'm not sure if there's any benefit in that. Probably not. Let's undo that. We just know that they are those digits. Okay, I'm a bit stalled here. I need to think. Okay, let's think about these scooters with black dots. Right. Okay, just for the purposes of thinking about it, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 here again. Now these are consecutive. They don't contain 6 or 8 because there are no other blue digits they can be consecutive with. And in that case, if they don't have a 6 in, these don't have a 3 in. So I can do that in the top, well, yeah, I can do that in the top parts. Aha! This group, yes, in the top parts of all these scooters on black wheels, I can put in 1, 2, 3, 4 as candidates and ignore 6 and 8, I think. Yeah, 6 and 8, obviously they cannot, yeah, that's right. Okay, so these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that means, yes, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. That means this is a 6, 8 pair, and their counterparts up here are definitely 3 and 4, therefore, which are consecutive. They fulfill that brief. This now is not 3 or 4 because it's in the same box. So this is 1 or 2, which on the black dot connects with, well, be careful, not necessarily 1 or 2, because it could be a 4. Is that the only quadruple of 1, 2, 3, 4 I actually got through doing that? It doesn't work on the white ones, just thinking about that, it really doesn't, because they're just, well, okay, these two white wheeled scooters are slightly different from each other. This one definitely has to be a sequence of 4 numbers in order. You can imagine a white dot between those cells, and it must do something like go 3, 4, 5, 6. But this one, you have to be much more careful with. This could go 1, 2, 1, 2, because it can repeat digits because they're not all in the same box. Oh, sorry, it's obvious, isn't it? In this row, these 2 pairs are consecutive pairs. So one of them is a 1, 2 pair and the other is a 3, 4 pair. And this cell is telling us which way round that works. So this is a 3, 4 pair. That means, yeah, no, it doesn't. I was going to write in 6, 8 here, but this could be 6 and 2, given that the 4 could be above a 2. Hang on, slow down, Mark. Whichever one of those is a 1 definitely has a 2 beneath it. So there is no 2 here, so this is a 6, 8 pair. But let's do things for the right reasons. Now, this 1 or 2 is quite interesting here. For this group, I think it means there has to be a 3, 6 pair in this group. And that is because, and that's right, this can't be a 1, 2, 4, 8 grouping, which is the only way to keep 3 and 6 out of it. And that's because then you couldn't fill this cell. So there is a 3 in this group, and therefore there is a 6 below it. And these are consecutives. They don't have a 1. It's either 3, 2 or 3, 4. That doesn't really help to determine the other digit in this pair. Now, what about these? This can't be a 1, 2 pair. I'm sorry, this is very obvious. In all of these cases, I don't think you can have a 1 in the top of these scooters, just as I found out in box 1. It must apply in all of these too, because... Oh, maybe, okay, it's only in this one, which is confined to the same box. You can't have a 1 in the top, because then that would be a 1, 2 pair, and the 1 would have to connect with a 2 down here. But actually, that could work here. If this was a 1, they could both be 2s. So there's no 1 in this group. There is definitely a 3 in it. It's either 2, 3 or 3, 4. These, again, they could be from any of the blue possible numbers, I think. Oh, there's definitely a 2 in this pair. Yeah. And in this pair. So nothing else in these columns can have a 2 in. Ah, right. And this now has to be a 3, 4 pair stretching across here. Now, again, I'm tempted to write 6, 8 below. Yes, and I can do, because we can't have a 2 for the same reason as each of these vertical pairs must have a 2 in. I can write 6, 8 in there. And in this column, I've got a 3, 4 pair. So that's a 1, 2 pair. That is definitely 6 or 8. And it always was going to be under a... Oh no, it could have been a 2, but it's not. But this isn't true in this column, where... In fact, this is a bit unlikely to be a 1, 2 pair because of uniqueness. I would... Well, no, they would get fixed in their boxes. That's not true. I don't find this intuitive at all, I have to say. Now, one of these definitely is a 3. So one of these definitely is a 6. Oh, I'm still scrambling around. What's going on? Okay, none of these is a 1, because then there'd be a 1, 2 here and you couldn't fill this cell. and none of them's a 3. So they're from 2, 4, 6, 8. None of them is a 4 either, because there's a 4 in that pair. So one of them is a 6, and the other is 2 or 8. So the top number is actually definitely a 4. So it's a 3, 4 pair at the top. And we've got 3, 4 pairs in all the top 3 rows. We've got another one there. No, that might not be a 3, 4 pair. That might be a 2. What about this white dot, or this sequence of 4 digits? And we need either 5, 7 or 9 in this group, but I don't know. I suppose there is one blue digit. We just don't know enough about it. Yes, maybe we do. No, I don't think I do, actually. I was going to say, do we know something about where 3 and 6 go in this column? They either go here. Yes, hang on, we do. That's rather pretty. Right. 3 and 6 can't go here because there is definitely a 3, 6 pair in one of those dominoes. So 3 and 6 can't be in any of these cells or that one. So the only candidate cells for 3 and 6 are those 4. And they can't both be here, because that would not be a white dot relationship. So one of them is definitely down here, and therefore both of them are definitely down here, because as soon as you put one on a black dot, you get both. It's a bog off, or buy one get one free offer. A 2 for the price of 1, maybe, is a better way of putting it. So we get 3 there, 6 there. Don't know what about that. That's definitely a 1, 2 pair. There's definitely a 2 used here. So which, right, the blue digit that goes on this white dot is not 1, because 2 is used there. It's also not 2. So it's definitely 4 or 8. And we could have known that anyway, because it goes with a yellow digit with a 5, 7 or 9. Now, is it worth thinking? Yes, it is worth thinking about the combinations. Right, if 4 was the blue digit here, the yellow digit would be 5. Now, we can't go 2, 3, 4, 5 in that sequence, because 3 would clash with 3. And if 4, 5 was the other way round, it would go 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that does work. I thought that didn't, but it does. So that's one possibility, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the other possibility is that 8 is being used here, in which case we're going to have to go downwards in this direction. And it can't be 9, 8, 7, 6, because 6 would clash. And it can't be 8, 7, 6, 5, or 5 would clash. So actually this one we've sketched in is the only way to fill in this white-wheeled scooter. And now I think we've probably made quite significant progress. We've got a 4 there. Oh, this did become a 1, 2, 2 by 2 area, which surprises me. We got a 9 there, so these are from 5 and 7. I thought that was going to give us a bit more. Ah, yes, the yellow digit here is not 9 and it's not 5, so it's definitely a 7. And the blue digit is 8. Yes, it is. Again, rather surprisingly, but that's going to give us a 5 here, a 7 on the other side of the grid, a 9 here, 7 there. This is now a 5, 9 pair. There's a 7 in one of these cells, and that fixes our 7, 8 pair, which we can now colour properly. I'm probably done with the colouring now. Not sure. I'm not going to call that quite yet, but I doubt that it's necessary. There's no 8 here. So this is a 2, 6 pair, proving that not all the trolleys with 3, 4 on top have 6, 8 below. So we've got a 2, 6, 7, 3, 4. No, in this box we've got 7 and 1 or 2 up here. Now that's 2 or 4, but this one is therefore either 1 or 8. I think, no, I was going to say this can't be a 4/8 pair. Not true. 6 there has pushed 6 in this box. 4. Oh, we got a 3 in the corner party. Thank you, Sven, for that. It's always such a shock. This is a weird naked single. It sees a 1/2 and a 6/8 pair, and it sees 4/2/9 and 6/7/5. So that is a 3. We've got a 1/8 down here. I can fill them in. I'm not doing colouring anymore. I don't think it's going to be necessary anymore. 2, 4, and 7. 3, 6, 5. This is a 1/8/9 triple. This has become a 2. Yes, since we got that 2. So those 1s and 2s resolve in that manner. This is now a 1/7 pair. Let's get rid of the core. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button there. I wasn't claiming a correct solution. I just hit the wrong button. I was trying to get rid of the corner marks. There we go. 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 8, 1, 7. So that 1 makes this an 8. We get 4 there. There's no 4 on this pair. Ooh, so it's got a 2 on the top of it. Not quite, I probably can conclude something from that, but I can't work it out. This one is a 9 because it sees 1 and an 8 in that pair. So in fact they're complete. Now that's now a 2/3 pair. 5 and 9 still to place in the row. That's a 4 in row 4. This is a 5/7 pair. This one is now a 9. That's a 5, and this is a 2. This is a 1/7/9 triple. That can't be 7. 2 and 9, 4 and 8 are both placeable above now. 6 and 3 there. Right, we're coming down to this. Oh no, let's just. One of these is a 6. The other one is a 1 or a 4 under a 2. That is a sort of 6 X-wing between those two, and the only place for 6 in column 9 is now here. So these are from 259. No, I was going to come down to this one. Right. Now we have many fewer constraints on this, but this digit sees 4, 8, 2, 9, 7 and 3. So it's 1, 5 or 6. If it was 1, both of these would be 2. That looks possible. If it's a 5, that's a 6. And if it's a 6, that's a 5 or a 7. What about this column? 4, 8, 2, 9. It can't be a 7 because they're an X-wing here. So, oh, I see. These two digits are from 1, 3, 5 and 6. So they must be a 5, 6 pair on their white dot. Right, that's huge. That gets a lot done. If I'd looked at that more quickly. Let's just fix these colours while we're here. And these ones which I forgot about. There we go. They don't matter at all. That's become a 3. This is a 1, 2, 9 triple, and that can't be a 9. Now, 5 or 6 there. So this is 5, 6 or 7. There's definitely a 6 in use on the purple line. This digit is... Oh, look, there's a 6 actually. Hang on a second. 5, 6. This is odd. And this must be even. So it's 4, 6 or 8, but it sees 6 and 8. So it's 4, and that's a 5. So we did get a repeated digit on one scooter at least. Well, actually, we did on several of the black dot ones. So that's less exciting than I'm making it out. 3, 6 there. 8, 4. 2, 3. That's the 6. This is now a 1. We can finish this row entirely. That's not a 1. Oh, that's not 2 or 5. That's 9. That fixes column 7 in its entirety. Also, box 2 is finished. Row 1 is finished. As long as I'm not inputting mistakes, everything looks like it's finished now. 7, 9 pair there, 2, 3 pair here, which are resolved, the 2, 3 pair at least. That's another 3 in the corner, and there's the party. There. I thought it wasn't coming for a second, but I should have trusted Sven. Sven is always the party guy. So 1 there and 9 there. That's it. 2 3s in the corner. Puzzle done in just under 20 minutes. Very clever puzzle it is too. Let's get rid of the colouring and enjoy the scooters in their glory, and hope that people are using them in the gym for very good reasons. Now, that was good fun. Thanks, Directionary. One of Directionary's easier puzzles, I reckon, that he's sent us, but still there was quite a lot of stuff to do around working them out. And the approach I took at the beginning with the 5 7 9s probably wasn't very profitable. It was much more about noting this 1 2 3 4 group, which took me a while. Anyway, there we go. That is Cracking the Cryptic done for the day. We hope to be back with you tomorrow for more, especially Karen and Brenda. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.